So till now we have completed module 3. So this is module number 4, and the topic is dynamic programming. In dynamic programming, once again, there are many problems, and we're going to look at multi-stage problems in today's class. First, understand what is meant by dynamic programming. It is used for optimization problems, either to find the maximum of, sorry, it is either to find the maximum or minimum result. Okay, so it is once again optimization problem as that of previous. Even greedy was optimization problem. We are either finding the maximum or the minimum result value. So dynamic, second point, dynamic programming is an algorithm design method that can be used when the solution to a problem can be viewed as a result of sequence of decisions. See, in case of dynamic programming, how we get the result is obtained from the sequence of decisions that are taken in different stages. So problem will be divided into different stages, and at each stage, whatever decisions you take, so based on those decisions, the final result will be based on. So that is what we call it as dynamic programming, and it follows a principle of optimality. So what is that principle of optimality? Tells us the principle of optimality states that an optimal sequence of decisions has the property that whatever whatever the initial state and decisions are, the remaining decision must constitute an optimal decision sequence with regard to the state resulting from the first decision. So just focus on the last word. With regard to the state resulting from the first decision. That means you might have passed through many stages in that problem, and even though you have passed through many stages, the final result is based starting from the first decision. Okay, it doesn't just depends on the previous decision. Whereas in the greedy problem, it was the current result or the feasible solution was dependent on the previous result. So, but here in dynamic programming, it is dependent starting from the first decision. So that is where the dynamic programming finds its difference when compared with the greedy method. So let us directly look into today's problem. We call it as multi-stage graph problem. Multi-stage graphs. So it is a problem based on the graphs. Let us look at the first point. A multi-stage graph G is equal to VE. It is also a graph. Set of vertices and edges. Is a directed graph. So all the edges are directed. It contains arrow mark, in which the vertices are partitioned into k greater than 2 disjoint sets. Okay, so what this point tells us, the vertices in this type of graphs, they are grouped or they are partitioned into different sets. We call them as subsets. So vertex is a main set, V is a main vertex set, and that vertex set V is subdivided into different disjoint sets. Okay, different sets, and the number of such sets are greater than or equal to 2. So minimum there should be 2, and maximum there can be any number. So if you look at the diagram, we'll come to know. So this is an example of a multi-stage graph. Okay, so here there are totally around, for example, if I take these circles as vertices, 3 plus 6 plus 3, 9, 9 plus 2 is 11. 11 vertices are there in this, and 11 vertices is nothing but the vertex set V. Okay, and that V is subdivided into different disjoint sets, and we call them as stages. So stage 1 consists of these 3 vertices, stage 2 consists of these 3 vertices, stage Z consists of these 3 vertices. So likewise, the multi-stage graphs will have different stages, and each vertex will be a part of any of the stage. Okay, so that is what is called as multi-stage graphs. In addition, if UV is an edge in E, then U belongs to VI and V belongs to VI plus 1. So that means if there is an edge like this, if there is an edge from this vertex, stage 1 vertex to stage 2 vertex, then U, for example, this is U and this is V. So U belongs to one stage V, u belongs to v, and this v belongs to v plus 1. So that is what the meaning is. So u belongs to vi, and v belongs to small v belongs to vi plus 1. That is, one vertex belongs to one stage, and the next other vertex belongs to the next stage, not the other stage, it belongs to the next stage. So always the edge will be from one stage to the other stage. Okay, there will be no edge from stage 1 to stage z directly, or stage 1 to stage 3. So from stage 1 to stage 2, all the edges will be there. From stage 2 to stage 3, all the edges will be there. So in this way, the edges and vertices are connected. So we call them as multi-stage graphs. The sets v1 and vk are such that, so what is v1? v1 is this. v1 is the stage 1, this one. So if, the source where a single vertex is present, it is called as v1. Okay, and apart from the stages, it contains two more vertices. One is called as source. S is the source, and the last one is the destination T. Okay, and in the source, it is called as the first stage, and this is called as stage K, kth stage. Destination is at kth stage, and source is at first stage. So that is, we call it as that is what that is mentioned here. The sets v1 and vk. v1 is the first set where only source is present. vk is the set where only destination is the present. Okay, is present. Are such that v1, cardinality of v1, cardinality of vk is equal to 1. So there can be only one vertex in the starting stage and the ending stage. So in the first stage as well as last stage, there can be only one vertex. So it is one rule. Let S and T respectively be the vertices in V1 and Vk. So V1 contains one vertex S, and Vk contains one more vertex T. The vertex S is the source and T is the sink. So S is the source and T is the sink, or we can call it as destination. Let C of ij. C of ij is the cost of edge. For example, if this edge, particular edge, has some cost, then we call it as C of ij. So that is cost, weight of that edge. So weight of that particular edge is referred as Ci. Cost or weight of that particular edge. The cost of a path from S to T. The cost of the path from S to T is the sum of costs of the edges of the path. So what is the cost of the path from S to T? So cost of the path from S till T is the sum of all the cost of all the edges that come in the path. Okay, so that is the cost of the path from S to T. The multi-stage graph problem is to find the minimum cost path from S to T. So this is the main point in this. What is the multi-stage graph problem? It is to find the minimum cost path. So out of all this, which is the minimum cost path starting from source till destination? Okay, so starting from source to destination, which is the minimum cost path, that you have to identify in this problem. Each set Vi defines a stage in the graph. So each stage is nothing but a set Vi. So this is Vi, this is Vi plus 1. So likewise, it continues. Let us take a problem. So consider this as a given problem. So it contains 12 vertices, and it contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stages. It contains 5 stages. So this is stage number 1, where source is present. In stage number 2, 4 vertices are present. In stage number 3, 3 vertices are present. In stage number 4, 3 vertices. In stage number 5, 1 vertex. Okay, and these are the cost associated with each edge. Every edge is associated with the cost. Okay, so don't get confused with the cost. So here 2, it refers to this dotted line, and here 2 refers to this line. So you have to understand to which it belongs to, it refers to. Okay, now just assume that this is a given diagram, and the problem is starting from source, that is vertex number 1, till the destination, that is till vertex number 12, which is the minimum cost path. Which is the minimum cost path that you have to identify. So let us try to solve this problem. to focus on how it is solved, focus clearly. Look at the formula at the top. Cost of ij. Cost of ij. Don't get confused with C of ij. So in the previous, we have seen this. If you look at this point, let C of ij be the cost of edge. So keep in mind that C means it is the cost of edge, one particular edge from I to j. Okay, C is the cost of one edge from I to j. What is cost of ij? Cost of ij. Okay, here I refers to the stage number. I refers to the stage number and j refers to the vertex number. Remember, I refers to the stage number and j refers to the vertex number. Now, so this is cost. This is not C of ij, it is cost of ij. C of ij is different, cost of ij is different. Now what it tells, if I want to calculate the cost of a vertex, for example, if I want to calculate the cost of 6, if I want to calculate the cost of 6, to which stage 6 belongs to? 6 belongs to stage number 3. Okay, then I should write like this. It is cost of 3, 6. It is cost of 3, 6. What 3 tells? 3 tells that it is in stage number 3. What 6 tells? 6 is the vertex number. Okay, now how to calculate the cost of such a vertex? How to calculate cost of a vertex? It is minimum of C of j comma L. See, this is C. C means it is the edge from j to L. What is j? J is the vertex number. For example, I have taken it as 6. Okay, j is the vertex number. J is 6 in the example. C of 6 comma L. What is L? L is the vertex number which is in the next stage. For example, what C is connected to? C is connected to 9 and C is also connected to 10 in the next stage. Okay, now out of these two, which is minimum, whether C 6 to 9 is minimum or 6 to 10 is minimum, so that we have to calculate. So it is C of j comma L, min of C of j comma L. For the first time I will take L as 9. Now the L is 9, that means 6 comma 9. 6 comma 9 plus you have to add that edge cost with the cost of I plus 1. I plus 1 comma L. What is I plus 1? What was I in the current step? I is the stage number. I told I is the stage number. I is 3 now. I have taken 3 comma 6. I have taken 3 comma 6 as the example. So this is 3 and j is 6. Okay. Now here what happens? It is C of j is 6. And what is L? L is the adjacent vertex in the next stage. So what is adjacent to 6? 9 is adjacent. Okay. Plus cost of I plus 1. I plus 1 means 3 plus 1, that is 4. Comma L. What is L? L we have taken it as 9. So what it means? So you have to add the edge cost from 6 to 9. You have to add the edge cost from 6 to 9. From 6 to 9, you have to add the edge cost. That should be added with the cost of 9. Okay, the cost of 9. So you might have calculated the cost of 9 in the previous step. So this cost plus 6 to 9 edge cost. So that will be the cost. That will be the cost that you should consider. And one more, since you are taking minimum, once you will consider 9 and once you will consider 6 to 10. So next what you should consider 6 to 10, that is the edge cost 6 to 10, that is 5 plus cost of this 10. What is the cost of 10? So that is 4 comma 10, cost of 4 comma 10. So that you should consider, and whichever is minimum, whether 6 to 9 is minimum or whether 6 to 10 is minimum, that you have to consider, and whichever is minimum, that you have to make it as the cost of the current vertex 6. Whichever is minimum, you have to calculate, and then you have to make make that cost as the cost of the current vertex 6. I'll explain this with an example. It will be clear from that. Now look at so we should start from the previous. We should start from the reverse direction. Okay, we should start from the last stage. So in the last stage, we cannot calculate the cost of 12 because it's a destination. So cost of 12 is not calculated. So leave it as it is. So if you look at the previous stage, that is stage number 4, there are 3 vertices, 9, 10 and 11. So from 9 to 12 and 10 to 12 and 11 to 12, since there is only one vertex in the destination, there can be only one edge from every vertex in the previous step. From 9, there cannot be two edges. From 10, there cannot be more than 2 edges. Exactly, there will be one edge from every vertex in the last but one stage to the last stage. I hope you got this. Okay, and for that purpose, there is no need to calculate which is minimum. From 9, 4 itself is the minimum because there is no other edge from 9 to 12. Only one edge. From 10, only one edge. From 11, only one edge. Therefore, there is no need to calculate minimum from 9, minimum from 10, and minimum from 12. So, whatever is the edge cost, that becomes the cost of 9. Okay. Now, I have to calculate the cost of 9, 10, and 11. 9, 10, and 11, I have to calculate. Cost of 9, 4 comma 9. What is 4 comma 9? 4 tells that it is in stage number 4, and 9 means it is the vertex number 9. We are calculating the cost of vertex number 9. How to calculate? So it is just the cost of the edge from 9 to 12. So it is C of 9 to 12. So C means it is the cost of the edge. Okay. That's equal to 4. So similarly, cost of 4 comma 10. Vertex number 10 in stage number 4. What is its cost? It is C of 10 to 12. C of 10 to 12. Edge from 10 to 12. Cost of edge from 10 to 12. It is 2. So directly write it as 2. Cost of 11, vertex number 11 at stage number 4 is equal to the cost of the edge from 11 to 12. Cost of the edge from 11 to 12. It is 5. So directly write it. So the cost of the vertices that are there in the last but one stage, we can directly write it by looking at the cost of the edges to the destination. Okay, so this is done. It is easy. So next, go back to the previous stage. So 9, 10 and 11 have calculated the cost. And now we have to calculate the cost of 6, 7 and 8. Okay. So as soon as you calculate the cost of each vertices, you have to maintain one table like this. This is one table which contains 3 rows and n number of columns. N number represents n vertices. So starting from 1 till 12. So let us see how to fill this table. The second row is the first row is vertex V. Second one is cost, whatever cost you are calculating. So that you have to mention here. And D represents the destination here. D represents the destination. For example, so now in the previous step which you have calculated the cost of 9, 10 and 11. Cost of 9 is 4, cost of 10 is 2, cost of 11 is 5. Okay. Now, from 9 to which destination you are reaching to? You are reaching to 12. From 10 which destination? It is also 12. From 11 which destination you are reaching? It is also 12. So based on this, you have to fill this. So 9, 10 and 11, the cost is 4, 2 and 5. To which destination you are reaching? You are reaching to 12. So like this, you have to fill this 9, 10 and 11 columns accordingly. Okay. And the 12 is left blank because 12, we are not calculating any cost for vertex number 12. Hope you understood this. So please, if you get any doubt in this, you can make a hand raise in between so that the doubt is cleared. Okay. I hope it is clear. The cost of 9, 10 and 11 is calculated. That is the fourth stage vertices cost is calculated. Now we have to calculate the cost of the previous stage. Which is that previous stage? 6, 7 and 8. The cost of 6, cost of 7 and cost of 8. Now look at this diagram. Now we know, now we have already calculated what is cost of 9, isn't it? You know what is cost of 10. Now we have to calculate cost of 6. Now there are two paths. One is from 6 to 9, other is from 6 to 10. Now we have to set the cost of 6 based on the minimum value. Whether going through 9 is minimum or whether going through 10 is minimum. How to do that? So this is what the example I took in the previous slide. So what you have to do is you have to add 6 to 9 edge, that is 6 plus cost of 9. Cost of 9 you have calculated in the previous step. So that is one. Other one is the edge from 6 to 10, that is C of 6 to 6 comma 10 plus cost of 10 in the next stage. I hope you understand. And the minimum of these two you have to consider as the cost of 6. Now let us, I'll make you understand with this example. Now look at this cost of 3 comma 6. You have to calculate the cost of 6, cost of vertex 6, and that vertex 6 is at stage number 3. Okay. Now how to do this? Since there are two paths, since it is connected to two vertices, now you have to calculate the min. Okay, min of C of 6 comma 9. What is C? It is the edge cost. C of 6 comma 9 plus cost of 9 in stage number 4. I hope you understood. Once again, the cost of edge from 6 to 9 plus cost of 9 in stage number 4. Cost of edge from 6 to 9 plus cost of this 9 at stage number 4. Okay, comma, which is the other edge. The cost of edge from 6 to 10, cost of edge from 6 to 10, that is 5, plus cost of this vertex 10 at stage number 4, or cost of vertex 10 at stage number 4. Hope you understood. So the cost of 6 comma 9 is 6, and the cost of vertex number 9 is 4, and this cost of 4 comma 9 you get it from the previous step. So you have here cost of 4 comma 9 is 4. Okay, C of 6 comma 10, C of 6 comma 10 you have to fetch it from the graph. C of 6 comma 10 is 5, and cost of 4 comma 10 you get it from the previous step. Cost of 4 comma 10 is 2. So you get two values, 6 comma 4 and 5, 6 plus 4 and 5 plus 2, that is 10 comma 7. Out of 10 and 7, minimum is 7. Now you have calculated that cost of vertex number 6 at stage number 3 is 7, isn't it? And how you got this 7? Use through which value you got this 7? Through the second one. Second, you have got 7 here, and this 7 refers to which vertex? It is vertex number 10. That means now you are, while filling the table, you have to mention the destination as 10. Cost is 7, the cost calculated is 7, and which destination you are reaching? You are using that cost, you are reaching 10. So that is how you have to fill this. So observe the column number 6, vertex number 6. Cost 7 is calculated, and what destination you are reaching? You are reaching 10. There were two destinations, one is 9, other one is 10. Out of 9 and 10, 10 is minimum, and hence mark 10 as the destination. Similarly, cost of 3 comma 7, that means cost of 3 comma 7 means cost of vertex number 7, cost of vertex number 7 at stage number 3, that is cost of 3 comma 7. Now how many edges are there? There are two edges, one is to 9, other one is to 10. The same thing you have to do now. 7 comma 9, C of 7 comma 9 plus cost of 9. Other one, C of 7 comma 10 plus cost of 10 in stage number 4. So that is what it is written. C of 7 comma 9 plus cost of 9 in stage number 4. C of 7 comma 10 plus cost of 10 in stage number 4. 7 comma 9, 7 comma 10, two edges. So based on those two edges, you have to check which is minimum. So based on what is C of 7 comma 9, the edge cost of 7 comma 9, you will get it from the graph. 7 comma 9 is 4, and what is cost of 4 comma 9? We'll get it from the previous step. Cost of 4 comma 9 is 4. So like this. So C of 7 comma 10, it is the cost of the edge. You'll get it from the graph. 7 comma 10 is 3. And what is cost of 4 comma 10? You will get it from the previous step. So what you will do, we'll add them. 4 plus 4 is 8, 3 plus 2 is 5. So minimum. So now we are calculating 3 comma 7. 4 plus 4 and 3 plus 2. 3 plus 2 is minimum, 5 is minimum. And where we got 5 minimum? When we reach destination 10. While considering the vertex number 10, we got this 5. So now fill the table. Minimum cost is 5. For 7, the minimum cost is 5 and destination is 10. Okay. Next. So similarly what you are supposed to do, you have to calculate the cost of 3 comma 8. What is 3 comma 8? 3 comma 8 is the vertex number 8 in stage number 3. How many edges it has? It has once again 2 edges, 8 to 10, 8 to 11. So C of 8 comma 10 plus cost of 4 comma 10, C of 8 comma 11 plus cost of 4 comma 11. So that is the formula. You can just learn how to write that. C of 8 comma 10 plus cost of 4 comma 10, C of 8 comma 11 plus cost of 4 comma 11. So in this you got minimum is 7 and 7 you got through 10, the first value, isn't it? First you are considering 10 and therefore the minimum cost for 8 is 7 and the destination is 10. For 8 it is 7 and the destination is 10. Like this you have calculated. 7 it is over. Now we have to calculate the previous stage. Now we have to consider through 2, 3, 4 and 5. So I will leave it as a work for you. So you are supposed to understand how it works. So 1 I will tell. So starting from 2, now there are 3 edges. 2 to 6, 2 to 7, 2 to 8. Now it is min of these 3, minimum of these 3. So C of 2 comma 6 plus cost of 3 comma 6, because 6 is now in stage number 3. So 6 is in stage number 3. So how to get cost of 6? Cost of 6 you have just calculated. So cost of 6 is calculated in the previous step. So directly cost of 6 you can take it as 7 or you can refer the table. So table contains the cost of 6. C of 2 comma 6 plus cost of 4 comma 6, that is one value, comma C of 2 comma 7, C of 2 comma 7 plus cost of 3 comma 7. Okay. Next, C of 2 comma 8 plus cost of 3 comma 8. So like this, you enter all the values. So you'll get some value. The minimum is 7. 7 you got for the middle one, and the middle one is destination is 7. You're reaching from 2 to 7. Therefore, while entering the cost of 2, you will enter the cost as 7, and even the destination is also 7. Look at this, cost of 2 is 7 and even the destination is also 7. Similarly, you will calculate 3, you will calculate 3, you will calculate 4, you will calculate 5. Okay, now come to the first stage. What first stage contains? First stage contains only one vertex. Okay, and from one vertex there are 4 options, 4 edges are there. Now you have to see which one is the minimum out of these 4. Okay, now there will be 4 entries. Now it is a min of C of 1 comma 2, okay, plus cost of 2 comma 2. Why 2 comma 2? 2 refers to the second stage and comma 2 refers to the vertex number. Okay, comma C of 1 comma 3, that is 7, plus cost of 2 comma 3. Okay, next comma C of 1 comma 4, C of 1 comma 4 plus cost of 2 comma 4. Next comma C of 1 comma 2, C of 1 comma 5 plus cost of 2 comma 5. So based on this, look at the last equation. So all the 4 entries are written like this, and you will enter all the 4. Okay, and you'll come to know that, look at the first one, 9 plus 7 and 7 plus 9. Both are 16. So both these two are the minimum values. Now what it means is, even what is the first entry? First entry is to vertex number 2 and the second one is to vertex number 3. So that means either if you pass through vertex number 2 or if you pass through vertex number 3 from both the directions, it will give the minimum path of 16. Okay, now this means what? This means what? You have calculated the minimum path as 16 and the minimum path can either pass via 1 comma 2 or it can pass through 1 comma 3. Okay, now we know this. Now from 2 which is the path, from 3 which is the path, so that we should identify from the table. Now we have, now the entire table is filled. Now the entire table is filled. Students, one note, if the session, and I think in 3 minutes the session will end. So please, after the session, I will start one more session. You please log into that session so that I can continue for still 5 minutes, and I'll give the instruction regarding the quiz. Okay, please, everyone. I haven't taken the attendance. I will not take attendance in this session. Attendance will be taken in the next session. So as soon as this session ends, please log in once again to the session. Now look at this table. We have entered all the cost of all the vertices and all the destinations. And from the destinations, there are 2 destinations. One is 2, other one is 3, and hence I have written 2 bar 3. Okay, either you can go through 2 or through 3. Okay. Now we have to identify the path. How to identify the path? Now observe this table. So we start from 1 because the source vertex is 1. So starting from 1, what's the destination? Destination is 2. Okay. Now I will consider only 2 now. Now observe 2. Where 2 leads to? 2 leads to 7. Okay. Write that. 1 leads to 2. 2 leads to 7. Okay. Now where 7 leads to? Look at column number 7. 7 leads to 10. Write that. 7 to 10. And where 10 leads to? 10 leads to 12. So write that 10 to 12. So total cost is 16. Which is the other path? Other path is, so starting from 1, I will take destination as 3. So 1 to 3. So check column number 3. Where 3 leads to? 3 leads to 6. So 1 to 3, 3 to 6. Where 6 leads to? 6 leads to 10. 6 leads to 10. And where 10 leads to? 10 leads to 12. So this is the other path. So if you look at the diagram, the dotted line in this diagram, it shows 1 to 2, 2 to 7, 7 to 10, 10 to 12 is one path. And which is the other path? 1, 3, 6, 10, 12. 1 to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 10, 10 to 12. Even this also gives a cost 16. Like this, based on the calculation at different stages, we are supposed to calculate. Okay, so finally we have to write this shortest path, which is the shortest path, like this, and we have to tell what is the cost of the. So this is about the multi-stage graph problem.